is allowing us to pull information from the field.
There's some aspect of consciousness, but somehow it's spreading out through space and time.
Some people kill, some people steal, some people lie sometimes. Different events in our life can shape those ways. Harboring hate, harboring pain, and everything people do make it so very hard to forgive. And nobody is perfect, and I can see that in the mirror. And every time I think of things I've done inside the past, I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there. Not worried about a thing, not even worried about me down here. They free. Ain't nowhere that they can't fly. I'm always seeing them pass by. I'm jet lagged. So many things, many bills I gotta worry about. I go to work every day so they get paid. So many jobs, so many friends, different associates. I always forget they're subjected to change. Nothing stays the same, things always changing like the seasons. As soon as I get my hopes up, issues start falling down. I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there. Not worried about a thing, not even worried about me down here. They free. Ain't nowhere that they can't fly. I'm always seeing them pass by. I'm jealous. Don't gotta worry about social issues. Don't gotta worry about bills to pay. Don't gotta worry about people falling out with you. I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there. Not worried about nothing. Worried about me down here. They free. Ain't nowhere that they can't fly. Ain't nowhere that they can't fly. I'm so jealous. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there. Not worried about a thing, not even worried about me. Down here, they ain't nowhere that they can't fly. I'm always seeing them pass by. I'm jealous. Don't gotta worry about social issues. Don't gotta worry about bills to pay. Oh, don't gotta worry about people falling out with you. I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there. Not worried about nothing. Worried about me down here. They ain't nowhere that they can't fly. Ain't nowhere that they can't fly. Oh, I'm so jealous. Ooh, yeah. I'm so jealous. Peace, love, health, and well vibe. Tribe, like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is KP, coming to you on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. I nicknamed this live Late Night at the Center. All right, so the whole intention and focus tonight is to focus and center in on the place where we need to tap in most to heal, and that's the heart. Okay. Um, remember, this is the home of the free reading. So, if you would like, please, please, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate that energy. Any and everything you donate will go directly to food, shelter, and water. Um, via description box or my best friend chat bot, right? I will have my confirmation and whatnot posted periodically throughout the live, okay? So you will never miss it, all right? About inquiring about my services and or inquiring about a free consultation, then make sure you set a time. Make sure you set aside some time to prepare, and then make sure you go and make sure you set some time for consultation, maybe about an hour or so, right? Come with a pen and a pad. Come ready to learn. Come ready vulnerable. Come ready open, and come ready to change. That's the only thing I can say. Most of the time, what people tell me, the biggest thing about actually, getting help is taking the first step, right? And why not take an obligation free first step by coming to holler at your boy, right? KP, right? Not King of Pentacles either. Even though I wish I need some money, shit. Maybe I need to change it to King of Pentacles so I can get some money, right? So yeah. If you want to get a free reading tonight, of course, you already know what to do. Like and subscribe, but also follow the instructions that's pinned in the chat. Go to my most recent guided meditation video in the live section of my YouTube channel. Drop some hearts on that thing. Drop some words of encouragement. And yeah.
and let me know when you're done, okay? I got a Chinese emoji here. I don't know if anybody can decode it and tell me what it mean in English. If you can, I don't know, maybe we can get you a prize or something. But what else did I want to say? Yeah, all 12 signs is posted for the new moon. I mean, for the full moon. Even though the full moon was yesterday, that doesn't mean that you can't tap into the messages that we have in store. All right. The new moon just opened up a gateway or doorway. That doesn't mean that the door is closed. Okay. What else do we have? Again, guided meditation is posted. Make sure you got about 30 minutes or so for that, because that's going to be real deep, real intense. Um, yeah. What else do I want to say? Oh, so I'm going to have a follow up video tomorrow on a full moon meditation video. Okay, so if you haven't checked out the full moon meditation video yet, make sure y'all go ahead and tap into that activation. Okay, if you want to activate a particular chakra, if you want to activate all them chakras, if you want to activate your spirit body, your heart center, whatever it is, go ahead. All right, over there. All right. Um, let's see. Are we ready to get into the card of the day? I think we ready. Drop some hearts if y'all ready. Drop some hearts in the chat if you ready. Let me see. Everybody sleep. I know y'all ain't went to sleep on me. Damn, homie. Dang, okay. Oh, Majestic Millennial. I seen that name somewhere. Welcome in, Majestic Millennial. We're going to have to introduce you to the Four Green Hearts. Actually, I think this is a perfect time to actually introduce the Four Green Hearts before we get started. So, do we have any newbies here, first timers here, or if you haven't been initiated here at the Vibe Tribe, then go ahead and chop Vibe Tribe now. Okay, if you're scared of the word initiation, remember it just means getting you started, okay? You know, we demystify words because words is just words over here, right? Just like the bird is a word. Ain't that your shit, E? Ain't that your shit? The bird is the word. All right. So, if you are new here and this is your first time here, let me explain to you what we do here, why we use the four green hearts, etc., etc. So, my name is KP. Ding. I wish I. Oh, where my bowl at? All right. So here we go. Every time I, you know what I'm saying, I'm a ding. So, my name is KP. I would like to welcome you to Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Here we use four green hearts primarily just to communicate, to show love, to heal one another, to love one another, etc., etc., etc. Okay, first of all, the color green represents the heart chakra. Really, it's the color emerald, but you know what I mean. The color green represents the heart chakra, okay? And also, let me explain to you why we use the number four. The number four is very, very significant here as we have four people and four likes, right? So, first of all, the number four represents peace, love, health, and wealth, in which I'm wishing you. The number four represents law, order, balance, and stability, in which I'm wishing you and yours. The number four represents the four elements we must balance to truly be in tune with the fifth. And last but not least, the number four represents the fourth chakra in the seventh chakra system, which is the heart. You guessed it, right. So now that you have been officially initiated into the Vibe Tribe, it is now your responsibility to welcome the others the way we have welcomed you. Welcome. All right, so go ahead and get y'all party favors. Woo, yeah, it's a celebration, right? Is it Keisha? Right, it's a celebration. Vibe tribe radiating through the hearts. Yeah, so in addition to me being a tarot reader, right? So in reality I'm more than just a tarot reader. I just play one on YouTube, right? Um in reality I'm what I like to call a holistic life coach where I specialize in love and business coaching. Um I am if you to for real, I would say that I am a holistic life coach and I specialize in trauma regression. And I'm good at business and love coaching. But my specialty is healing past trauma. Right? And if anybody agreed, then put a baby in the chat. Put them babies in the chat. I don't know. Put a emoji in the chat, right? But yeah, that's really where it's at. I've been saying that because it sound good, it sound professional, but really I'm a holistic life coach, right? And what I mean by holistic is when you come to me with a problem, I look at every single thing, everything, past, um, your future, your perspective on the future, what you eating, what you drinking, what you smoking, what you say to yourself as you go to sleep, what you dream about. We look at everything because I believe that when it comes down to healing, right? It's a whole total experience. It's not just, oh, well, I got a sex addiction, so let me put my vagina on ice. No, it's a reason why that vagina is hyperactive, right? um Whatever, food addiction, whatever you suffering from, short term, short wit, a short fuse, right? Whatever you need balancing with, KP is the guy, right? What else? You know, i studied I studied religion in college. I studied psychology. Though I don't have any degrees, I do have certificates, like in life coaching, nutrition, certified nutritionist. So I can't diagnose or anybody, but I can teach you about nutrition, right? AKA biochemistry. That's one of my specialties that I really don't talk about, as well as a spiritual advisor as well. I like to use the old cult terms and prove them with modern day scientific terms, okay? Um, so I like to bridge the gap between science and spirituality. That is another thing that I really love. And most importantly, like I said, you come here, like I always tell people, right? If you got a reader who's really in tune and they really get their heart in the right space, only thing you got to do is pull up on that reader with the intention on healing, on growing, on manifesting money, on, you know what I'm saying? Here we use tarot and oracle cards to heal you so you can manifest the life you want and not worry about predicting it all the time, right? It's one thing to be able to predict, and it's very important because as co-creators, we never know what's waiting around the corner, right? We never know what our other fellow paintbrushes is manifesting on this great canvas we call Earth, right? Life. So with that being said, remember the heart is the center for healing, and as long as we put healing first, you can pretty much tap into anything. I tell people you got to believe, and I want you to believe and dream big, right? Like, for example, right, I'm 34, I'm 6 feet tall, and I got a bad hip, bad knee, back, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I know I'm not going to the NBA. As much as I love basketball, I know I'm not going to the NBA. But that don't means I can't make $30 million in a fiscal year. You understand what I'm saying? That don't mean I can't count NBA checks. That don't means I can't count $1 million check one day, right? It might just have to come from, it might not have to come from rapping or, tap dancing or, telling jokes or, I can still dream big and be realistic at the same time. Push the limits, right? And still manifest at the same time. All right. So, as a coach, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. My slogan is guess you know what it is. All right. As a coach, my slogan is I'm here to help you realize your potential so you can maximize your potential. And that's going to lead me directly to the King of Wands. So remember, the King of Wands is, shit, if you ask me, this is the coach, one of the more powerful warlocks and wizards. The reason why is because he's in tune with a particular part of himself that allows him to overcome any situation and circumstance in order to manifest the life that not only he wants, but as a visionary, he's manifesting a life that he can see prosperity in for generations to come. Okay, so that's air element and fire element. That's I think or I know, and that's I desire. Okay, I desire. Okay. So I just want us to take this as a signal from the universe that it's time to rise with confidence and to move with purpose. He is the visionary, the fire keeper. Now, listen to what I'm saying, the fire keeper. So that means that he maintains the energy within him. He doesn't allow external situations and circumstances to tell him if he's happy, sad, if he can achieve something or not, etc., etc., etc. Right? It's kind of like components of the strength card, where the strength comes from the inside of the person. That's why you see that lion back there, because the strength comes from the inside, right? And he's giving us a nod to the crown because, again, right, whenever you see head dressing tarot, welcome to KP's Tarot School Night Class. Whenever you see head dressing tarot, that signifies rank. Just like the color purple signifies royalty. But in particular, it signifies royalty in the air element, right? So that means his throat chakra, right? Of course, his sacral chakra, right? Because of the King of Wands, but throat chakra, third eye, crown chakra, right? It's a reason why they put crown. There is a reason why they wrap their head with jewels and metals that was highly conductive of electricity. Why? So this whole time, right? Yeah, this whole time, right? All right. Not only did royalty wear the color purple, right? But they, all right, I ain't gonna say nothing else. All right. So remember, this person is the fire keeper, meaning that the energy that he needs to survive is coming from within. I like to use the term sustainer of your own energy. So if you want to be happy, it got to come from the inside. If you want to be in love, it got to come from the inside. Spirit work from the inside out, not the outside in. All right. So remember, this visionary is not just one who leads, but they lead with passion and presence. Oh, I never thought about that. Why they wear jewels on their crowns. Mm-hmm. And then you would see around the world how they would wear some of the most precious jewels hanging right over their third eye. Then they have all the precious jewels where at? Around their throat, around their wrist, around their elbows, around their waist. All of these are energy signatures and centers. All of these are centers of the body where energy points meet, right? Even wrapping gold and copper around the hair, right? Because remember, that's a direct extension of the nervous system. Bang, 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 right? Welcome to KP's Tarot School. Don't let this town ruin you, right? So again, he is a visionary, the fire keeper, the one who leads not just with passion, but with presence. All right. Remember, the king is the king because not he's the master of his faculties. But not only is he the master of his faculties, he's able to get everybody around him motivated. Right? He's able to connect with any and everybody. You think it means, you said you think it means family? All right, I need you to know for sure. All right, so here, the element of fire is front and center, symbolizing our spirit, our creativity, and the will to act. The king represents mastery, someone who has walked through the flame and emerged wise, not burned. Okay, pause for a second. One of the guided meditations I like to do is is I like this, what some people call going into the darkness. I like to say crossing the threshold of fire. Okay? And so the whole point is to be able to access memories, whether repressed or not, without having an emotional reaction to the memory, being able to talk about it, being able to relive certain details, changing your perspective of the person who perpetrated you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? In order to really heal and to move on from the things that we've been through, we have to face them head on, and we gotta put some neosporin on them. You know what I'm saying? Spray it down with some peroxide, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And so being able to cross that threshold and not being burned is going to be very key. Very, very key, because if you, that just like that's just like a dog not being able to control himself around food. You understand what I'm saying? Without that necessary component of self-control, it can make a normal routine, which is accessing memory, a very daunting task for a person. But the memory is directly entangled with the imagination. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm getting way too far off right here, but let's bring it back, okay? So the element of fire is front and center here, symbolizing our spirit, our creativity, and the will to act. The king represents mastery, someone who has walked through the flame and emerged wise, not burned. Numerologically speaking, the king carries the vibration of 14 that ties directly to the temperance card. This card, this is balance through inner alchemy. And hint, 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 fire represents purification too. I almost forgot about that, but we're going to continue, okay? The King of Wands doesn't rush. He knows when to strike and when to wait, all right? He commands the room, not by force, but by frequency. I can and I will, the nod to the crown. Hint, 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 hint. Don't walk in the room and say, oh, I wonder if these people gonna like my outfit. Walk in the room and say, my outfit is fine. I'm here for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Don't even think about the outfit. Think about the purpose on why you're there. You understand what I'm saying? If the purpose is not the people, then the purpose is not the people. So you don't have to convince people when your presence already speaks the truth. And it's funny that that come out, because I was just working with somebody and I told them to embrace themselves. I told them embrace who you are. There's nothing wrong with being who you are. You just got to get away from people that takes you away from being your best self. All right. So the king is the embodiment of spiritual leadership. He holds a living wand. His power isn't in objects, it's in his vision. Hint, 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 the Elohim, right? The top three chakras are the Elohim. All right. So listen up. What up? What up? What up? Sorry if I'm missing people. What's up, y'all? We getting through this general reading. We almost done. All right, just hold in there, please. Y'all get bored? Drop some green hearts in the chat. So he holds a living wand. His power isn't in objects, it's in his vision. He's surrounded by symbols of courage and vitality, lions, salamanders, and deserts. What does that tell us? Even in dry seasons, fire can grow something. Even in isolation, your purpose is never lost. Why? Because sometimes you gotta isolate in order to go through the fire, the purification, right? Alchemized, right? The alchemy at its best is what we talking about. Listen to this, right? You're born to survive what will burn others. Collectively, we are being asked to embody the card, to stop waiting for permission, to start honoring the fire that's already inside of us. This is not the season to shrink. This is not the time to doubt your gifts. This is a divine nudge to launch that idea, speak your truth, leave with authenticity, inspire others through your movement, not your mouth. Well, let me say this. If your purpose is to speak life into people, then of course, right? But what they saying is more importantly, lead by example. Your confidence isn't arrogance, it's alignment. All right. So now we got my favorite part of the reading, which is going to be the affirmations and journal. So if anybody need any time to go ahead and get your pen and your pad, you can do so now, right? And once you get done, type, I don't know, a notebook, a pen and a pad to let me know you're ready. No, I got. So before we get to the journal prompt, we're going to get to the affirmation, okay? Um, and it's going to be something very simple, but it's going to be something of substance, okay? It says, I'll lead with fire and focus. 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 So this journal prompt is going to be a soft one, okay? I'm just giving y'all a heads up right now. All right. So, what passion within me is ready to be seen, heard, and followed? Hint, hint, hint. What passion within me is ready to be seen, heard, and followed? Write it down, speak it out loud, and own it. All right. If you I'm gonna say it again. If you listening to this is your call. All right, this is your call. So before we get to the individuals, I'm gonna leave y'all with one more word, okay? So the path ahead may feel uncertain, but the flame within you is ancient. You're not stepping into the unknown. You're returning to your throne. Prepare for a divine spotlight. Your next chapter requires you to be seen. You are not just part of the change. You are the spark that starts it. So again, when we doing these journal prompts, right? Try to do at least 4 sentences. Be as raw as possible. If you lying to yourself, you ain't going nowhere fast. I'm telling you that now, right? And for those who's bold and brave, when this video is over, share your journal prompt and the answer in the comments of the video, because not only would it be therapeutic for you, but also it can motivate other people to participate in the journal prompts, even if they never even thought about doing it before. Right? You don't have to have a journal with a lock and key and your name inscribed in it, right? With a matching signet ring. You could just open up the notepad in your phone. You could just, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Ari? Is this, what Ari is this? I think I know who that is. What up, what up, what up? But yeah. And then when it comes down to these affirmations, man, make sure y'all take these affirmations, run them heavy for the next 24 hours, man. Set a alarm in your phone for you to say these affirmations daily. No, okay. No, it was. So you're not the one I was thinking about. But what's going on? I do remember you. Peace, love, health, and wealth to you and yours. All right. So yeah, I think we can go ahead and get started, man. So I am gonna have to rewind and go and make a list. For those who are looking to get a general read, and what's up? What's going on? What's up, Manor? All right, so I think Majestic Mystical was going to be the first one here. As I call y'all name, please let me know if y'all still here or not, so I can know how this list gonna look. But I am gonna put everybody's name down on the list just in case. Um, please follow the instructions, okay? So we got instructions pinned in the chat. All right. So if you want to ask a question, make sure that you are the subject or the center of the question, okay? I am going back to the way that I was taught tarot, and I am not going to be using tarot to spy on people, okay? Okay, Mystic Yaria is here. Welcome in, Mystic Yaria. I seen your name somewhere too. So is two mystics in here today? Or is it just one with two accounts? You know what? Let me do this on the computer. I'm not doing this on the phone. I really don't even like doing this in the first place, but just because that reading was so long, I'll do it. Doing it and doing it and doing it. So it's Majestic. What is her name? Majestic what? Majestic, are you still here? Uh, I want to donate. How long is the list? I'm still figuring out the list now. So depending on what you want to donate, I might have to do your reading in private. Okay. Oh, so it's Majestic Millennial and Mystic. Okay, so I was confusing y'all name. My bad. I thought it was Majestic Mystic. It's Majestic Millennial. So Majestic gonna be first, and then who was second? Um, let's see. What am I even looking for? Oh, I'm looking for the Chinese, the whatever letters. So I'm scrolling through looking for the letters. If y'all didn't post them letters, those four Chinese letters, then y'all not gonna be on the list. All right, so Majestic was first, then Mystic Yaria. So for those who's for those who are here for the first time, tell me your sign. Tell me maybe your age if you're single, and tell me one thing that you're trying to manifest, okay? And speaking of manifestation, you guys, if y'all don't mind, I got bay leaves. So if y'all want to burn a bay leaf and send a manifestation in the air, please donate a minimum of $1 for a bay leaf, okay? Okay, so we got Mystic was second. I love that name, Yaria. I don't know what the hell it means, but I like that though. Maybe I'll name my daughter Yaria. I don't know why I like that. I'm gonna have to read that name mean, but that name is really popping out to me right now. Oh, so are you what you Boricua? You what you Mexican? Okay, so you tapped into the planets. I see you got Saturn and whatnot up there. Okay then. So we dealing with a celestial being. Okay, Mystic tapped in. You don't get a name like Mystic Yaria and not be tapped in, or Yahira. however you say it. I don't know. All right, so I'm just scrolling, catching up on the chat. I like to see y'all ladies shouting out each other, man. I'm loving that. I'm loving them green hearts. Different people, yes, I'm here. Thank you. I'm Mexican, but I think my name is Arabic or Hebrew. Okay, then. All right. So, what about Jew? What about Alchemaz Hearts and Tarot? We got to figure out. We got to shorten that name. AHAC. I mean, at no, that's that name too long. Well, fuck it. We're just gonna call you Eve then. That's your name. What about Eve and Juicy? What's up? Y'all getting on the list before we get started? What's happening? Talk to me. I'll talk back. Smoke with me. I'll smoke crack. So we get if you new here, whatever. You too, Ari. What's your sign? Age. Are you single? And give me one thing that you're trying to manifest. All right. One thing you're trying to manifest. Majestic millennial. All right. You 30, big 30 piece single, working on manifesting good work for good pay. Oh, mm, I want you to be more specific, especially when you in private and you go into your prayers or your routine or whatever it is. Make sure you be more specific. Make sure you be very, very specific. Okay, Majestic, you a content creator or you thinking about being a content creator? Look like you got some motivating words for the people. Motivational speaker, lover of nature. Okay, I'm gonna check you out. Okay, shout out to all the content creators out there. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right, we about to get Juju on that beat. Don't put them boys to sleep. All right, so we got MMJ. So we got Majestic, Mystic, and Juicy. Is that it before we get started? All right, so Majestic, are you looking for just a general reading? We looking for a donation-based reading? So if y'all go to the information, the description box of my video, you can see I have a couple different recommended donation tiers. And after the 1025 tier, so if you donate 2222 and up, that's got to be in private. I'll do maybe like a general reading for you or something like that, but if you donating more than 2222, then that's got to be done in private, okay? Maybe even a 10, you know what, to be honest with you, anything 1025 and up is going to be in private. 6 card minimum and a oracle, that's got to be done private. All right, just to let y'all know. So if y'all donating, say if y'all donating like a 15 piece or something like that, and y'all was looking for, that third tier. I think it's the third tier. One, two, yeah, I guess you could say the third tier, in between the third and fourth tier. Yeah, so anything 1025 and up got to be done in private just to respect the time of everybody here at the center. All right. So when y'all talking to y'all friends, make sure y'all be like, girl, the center, I'm about to go to the center and see what they talk about, right? This is a virtual healing center, y'all. Remember that. So when y'all pull up, come with that intention. All right, this is a virtual healing center where the heart is the center for healing. You get how you like how I did that? The heart is the center for healing. All right, I was at one point working on speaking out more. The video is buffering on my end. Yeah, I got terrible Wi-Fi, so y'all gonna have to just bear with me. I don't mind repeating myself, but you're gonna have to tell me the last thing you heard. Sometimes, if you leave out the live and come back, like totally shut down the app and then come back in, sometimes that helps, especially if you watch YouTube a lot. Um, yeah, so if y'all have a problem, uh, just totally close the app down. Like from the recent apps, totally close it down and then come back up. All right. So I am, remember, I don't mind taking questions and whatnot. I don't mind taking questions and whatnot, but y'all gonna have to make sure that y'all are putting yourself first in the question. All right. Like I said, I really don't like to use tarot to spy on people and not and whatnot. But if a person do come up in a read, and then so be it. You know what I'm saying? So be it. Oh, I don't know what the hell my computer just did. It's on some weird shit. It's always some weird shit going on. Well, I can't wait. I'm gonna make me a smoothie tomorrow, y'all. All right, 6 people here, only 5 likes, but we got over 30 some views. So I mean, all right. So I think Majestic was first. How can I help you, Majestic? Are you looking to ask a question? Are you just looking for some general guidance? Um, I do have a list of sample questions and whatnot. The link to that is going to be pinned in the description box as well. So I would recommend y'all read those couple of lines that I type and then look at the. Okay, my computer updating again. Then I suggest y'all to look at those sample questions after that. All right. So while Majestic is figuring that out, Mystic will just a 3 card read. I'll PayPal just whatever comes out. Okay. All right. So just so you know, I don't mind doing I don't mind doing follow-ups on the readings in private. And we can use that as a foundation for our consultation. Yeah, so just to let y'all know, um I don't know. Ever since I started smoking, I done totally been not myself, man. And I'm really I'm about to go back and watch some of my old lives and and really get back to myself. Because ever since I started smoking, I have not been myself, man. I have not. So, one thing that I used to tell people all the time that I haven't said in months, right? Shit, I'm starting to forget now. Shit. Um. Oh, if y'all having a problem, financial problems, but y'all still want guidance, don't let money be a barrier between y'all reaching out to me. It's the reason why I got free consultations and everything. So only thing I would say is that I like to go up the integrity system, right? Because here, the Healing Center is a nonprofit organization. Okay, so everything is going to be donation based, and I technically get a living wage from the donations that's taken here at the Healing Center. And so, with that being said, by this being a nonprofit, you can still get coaching services. Only thing I would ask is just you use an honor system and you just let me know, like, hey, I really need some help, but I'm on a fixed income and this one and that one. I just got fired. But I never want people to let money and fear get in the way of them getting help. All right. And it's like to the point to where it's like, if you donate weekly, monthly, better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? But the donation is, for one, to help me to keep the, I can't say keep the lights on because this ain't my house, but to help me keep the lights on, for one, and two, to reciprocate the energy, right? Because you get benefit karmically when you say, I did something good for somebody and this going to help them. Off top, you get karmic kickback from that, right? Talking about the Newton's laws of motion. Off top, you get kick from that. So again, hit me up for them frequencies. Like I said, a lot of times people tell me the biggest thing was just getting over the fear of reaching out to people. Okay, so the first card you got is the Death card. All right, this is a major arcana card and leading off. Right, this is a very, very significant card. So remember, as a major arcana card, uh, the energy is going to be very prominent in your life moving forward. Now, whether it's slow and gradual or fast and hard, you're going to know. 9 times out of 10, if you hear, you already know who, what, when, where, why, right? This devil card is coming out. I mean, the death card. Here we go, KP. So, this is the number 13 card, and I will get back in with you in a second, okay? So, secondly, you have the Empress card, okay? So, we go from 13 to 3. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 I'm right. I don't know why I'm messing myself right now. Yeah, so, we go from 13 to 3. All right. Remember, that's divine feminine energy that we looking at. All right. Mama Earth, Mama Gaia. And then we closing out with the Four of Pentacles. All right. So first thing first, before we start jumping to conclusions and predictions, let's go ahead, set the tone, aka open up the channels, right? Yeah, I'm telling all the secrets. Welcome to KP Tarot School. Right? Don't let the secrets ruin you. So, first thing first, we got the death card, 1212 on the clock. We got the death card, okay? So the death card, when you combine the numbers of 1 and 3, you equal the number 4. Okay, so really here we got 434. All right. So remember, the number 4 is all about, in its upward polarity. The number 4 is all about, in this case, establishing a new foundation. Okay, so you might ask, where might we be establishing this new foundation? Well, the Empress card is divine feminine energy, right? And it represents growth and expansion, right? It represents prosperity, all of that good stuff. Now, the key that I want to focus in on this Empress card right now is the fact that she's very grounded. Okay, she's one with nature. All right. So here, third, um, the number 4 pops up again, right? In this case, is warning of the opposite of stability, which is stagnation. Okay, so when it's in this upright position, um, we are leaning more towards being selfish and being spiritually empty, right? There's nothing wrong with needing to save money. There's nothing wrong with having a mindset of prosperity, but we must remember that we can't let these things grow in vain. Okay. Let me. Can I get my drink, please? Matter of fact, can I get my potty and get my drink, please? Please let me do that. My mouth is sticking together. I'll be right back. Look, y'all thought I was gone. That's what happened when you don't donate. You be fucking up the service. What's happening? Yeah. I got that. Y'all thought I was gone. That's what happened when you don't donate. You be fucking up the service. What's happening? Now we stuck in an infinity loop. No, you ain't. Now we stuck in an infinity loop. Come on, you gotta break us out that infinity loop and let it all work out. Man, listen. All right, majestic. Okay. All right. Give me 29 seconds to confirm that. And it's all gonna work out. All right, y'all. So sorry about the technical difficulties. I forgot to plug up the phone. I don't got my normal setup because my cord is messed up. So I forgot to plug in my phone. But it's all good though. We still here. We ain't going nowhere. Just like a polar bear, right? Just like a polar bear, we ain't going nowhere. So before we left off, we was on our first individual reading of the day, which was for my new best friend, uh, Majestic Donations. I don't know. I don't remember your name, but welcome back. Whatever your name is. Thank you for hanging in there with me during technical difficulties. I don't deserve your graciousness. All right, so don't forget about that collective card in there too. I almost did, right? But here we go. So, uh, piggybacking on some of the things that I kind of covered. So, we kind of went through all three cards. So I started off saying that the death card um is kicking us off, and it's setting the tone for the reading, right? It's like the foundation of the reading. I don't always look at three card readings as past, present, future, although it is definitely relevant. Um, but so again, the number 13 card, which equals 4, right? That's a new foundation. Where are we looking for a new foundation? Uh, with the Empress. Okay. So what I was about to say is whether you're suffering from a lack of belief or maybe just confused on where to go next, um, I think the Empress is calling us to get grounded, right? And to receive our direction and not necessarily worry about dictating the direction, okay? Um and so again, I think that uh the great balancer um is going to be a fresh perspective. Um, Now remember when we talking about the earth element, um, the earth element. especially highlighted here with the pentacles, it's about um possessional things, right? As you can see, he's holding that pentacle very, very tight. Okay. So I just want to say that uh as we close this read, and then we well, I won't say close it, but as we take a step deeper, right? This card isn't signaling physical death. Remember, like we were saying earlier, the fire is for purification, and sometimes the purification is ugly, right? But this card represents you letting go of ego, of patterns, old roles, outdated versions of yourself that just expire or no longer serves you. So, I always tell people the inverted pentagram here in this card represents the great I am of a person. You know what? I ain't even gonna keep doing y'all like that. I got you. I got you. I hate sitting in the light. I really do, but I do it for y'all. I really don't like sitting in the light. But so remember, we got two inverted pentagrams here on this card. We got two inverted pentagrams here. And it's right here. Okay. Now, what the inverted pentagram is you calling in the power from the universe. How do you do that? By getting a new affirmation. That's one of the easiest ways of doing it. Getting a new affirmation. So the inverted pentagram is kind of like saying I am, and the upright pentagram is saying you are. All right. Now I don't know if they're gonna kick me out the all boys club for telling you that little secret, but here at KP's Tarot School, the game is to be told, not sold, right? So, like I said, that priest that's in that card, he represents a principal deity in your mind. What up? What up? What up? I don't know what that is. Big, I don't know what. What's up, Juan? Mucho gusto. Uvalde. Wow. What a famous little town. Oh, that is a famous little town. Uh, oh yeah. Is this your first time here? Yeah, you gotta follow the instructions. You ain't follow the instructions. So can we get some green hearts in the chat, please, to send some healing energy for our fine feathered friend while I distract um while I try to distract y'all back to focus. Okay, so um so where was I at? Okay, so the death card, right? Signifying the end of something, right? Um, the Empress card signifies being impregnated with something. Now, you can be impregnated with an idea, with a goal, a dream, an aspiration, etc., but remember, symbolically speaking, you going from the death to the Empress is very significant. Very, just kind of like the something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. That's kind of like what I'm seeing here. Like death to Empress is almost like, I don't know, like hitting the lottery or something. Like it's like I decided to do my shadow work and it changed overnight. What stream did you like? Did you like the stream that I told you to like, or you like the one you wanted to like? So so something is ending and something is birthing, right? And naturally, you might say, KP, you a psychic. What am I supposed to be birthing? Nope, not here. Now, what we can do is look for some answers in this Four of Pentacles. But before we even get to the Four of Pentacles, right? I want to say that again, you making up your mind to have a positive I am to combat all the negatives I ams is going to impregnate you with the reality you want to live. Now it's just up to you to become an energetic match to the reality you want to live. So then the environment can accept you for your new position as Empress. Do that make sense? Are you following me so far? Now, the Empress of what is up to you. What you're impregnated with is up to you because this is you. I'm here to illuminate the path, right? I'm here to show you where to scribble scrabble. But then I got to give you the ink pen so you can scribble scrabble. You understand? Okay, okay, you're rocking with me so far. All right. So she is the womb of the world. She brings life, beauty, abundance, creativity, and connection to the divine feminine. But her power only rises after space has been made. And you got the death card right before the Empress. Hint, hint, hint. So my question to you is that what have you been contemplating letting go of? All right? That's not rhetorical. Please share with the class. All right? After the old has died, she bursts the new. She reminds you you are worthy of softness, sensuality, and sacred creation. All right? Four of Pentacles. Maybe we can start getting some answers if you ain't got them yet. Uh, Remember, the Four of Pentacles is leaning. So it's a person who's looking for stability, right? Hence the four. But he's clenched on too tight. He's clenched on too tight. So because he's holding on so tight, he might become stagnant. He might not be able to grow from here, right? So this is the card of caution at this point right now. All right, not warning, not none of that, just of caution, right? So if you've been feeling like, you've been seeing some synchronicities here, maybe with the Empress card, you know what I'm saying? The Empress card being what's that? Venus, Capricorn, I think. And then looking at um the death card symbolizing rebirth, especially coming from the full moon, you could probably feeling like, these cards are in alignment. Like this is the current energy that you might be moving in, right? But remember, holding on too tightly, whether to money, past memories, that's what's really standing out to me, right? Or control. Remember that all of these things block the flow of energy. Okay, so this reading, especially the first reading I do with somebody, I always look at this as an introductory reading, right? Where it kind of shows me who you are and kind of like where you are, right? Um this card warns that if your hands are clenched too tight, how can they open up to receive? All right? This is the energy of fear, of loss. This is the energy of FOMO, fear of missing out, right? And this is the energy that keep us small. Okay, we got to be daring, right? We got to be outgoing. We got to break the mold in a sense. I always tell people, right? The old you develop skills to get you to survive and to get you to where you are today. Now you either need to add more tools to the tool belt or to let go totally of things that you don't need, right? Um I got a question. Uh, one of these cards made you think about somebody in particular. Who is it? I don't know what card it is, but who is this person that you're thinking about? Do it have something to do with a baby? Is it for sure? Peace, love, health, and wealth. Who is this person? Definitely a male. So wait a minute. So have you had relations with a Four of Pentacles type person? Like somebody with a lot of potential, but possibly just not. Yes, having a hard time always being in control, expand myself, but actually always being having a hard time with always being in control. So you feel like you got too much responsibility? So do you feel like you forced into your masculine energy then? So or do you feel like you forced into this Four of Pentacles? So maybe it's not another person. Maybe you're being forced to this Four of Pentacles energy. So what I'm seeing here going from 4 to 3 to 4 is like a stop and start energy. And I was wondering if it was another person that was stopping and starting that you kind of let lead the show, but I'm kind of thinking is you, where you have another side of you. Maybe like some women say, I don't want to be in my masculine energy, for example. I feel like it's another side of you that you're not fully embracing. There is a man thinking of when I see it. Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna sit back and be quiet. Yeah, see a little bit of both. Yeah, I'm gonna sit back and be quiet and let you catch up to the chat because it's delayed and whatnot. So I'm gonna meditate on these because I'm sitting here meditating on the cards. I'm trying to get through the reading. It's just like I don't. It ain't a face. It's just a presence. Maybe it's not a face because maybe it's your face. I don't know. Maybe did you sacrifice pieces of yourself to make something work? Like purposefully sacrifice pieces for yourself? Can we get some hearts in the chat, please? Can we the DJ Jazzy Jeff watch? I wonder if they got a turntable emoji in this bid. All right, so I'm gonna close. I'm gonna continue and work on closing this out. Just so you know, in the future, when I'm reading, I sometimes I need confirmations and stuff. I don't like shooting in the dark because it's a long explanation, but it helps. Confirmation help me zero in on the picture. It's like puzzle pieces until I get confirmation. If that makes sense. When I'm reading the cards, I get puzzle pieces of information that I gotta put together. Like seeing a lot of sacrifice. And you said you was how old again? 30? So was you in a divorce or something? You got a baby daddy? Juju on the beat. I thought Juju was asleep. See, this is why I like having a computer if I need to scroll through the chat, but it updated and logged me out of YouTube. Dang. So so the biggest reason why I'm pausing right here is because remember the death card is saying that in order for us to truly be in tune, I'm more of a talker than a text, so keeping up has been kind of hard. I got two baby daddies. They ain't who you was thinking about. Okay. Well, the reason why I brought it up, I don't want to wait too long, but the reason why I brought it up is because the four is seemingly out of place. I mean, the four of pentacles is seemingly out of place here. And when I see a 4-3-4 something like that, it's like a stop and start energy. So I was wondering if it was a person from your past. Maybe you had stop and start energy that was disturbing you right now. I'm really trying to pick up what's disturbing you right now, and I really feel like it's masculine energy, whether in the physical body or just left brain. Like you got to tap into your left brain. All right, so um. I think we can definitely do a consultation for sure. So remember, right? The death card clears the garden. The Empress plants the new seeds, and the Four of Pentacles is a reminder. How can I say this? To loosen up, right? If that Four of Pentacles was in the reverse, then maybe I would say we was too loose. Bright. Oh, what up, Bright? What up? What up? What up? Somebody had donated. I don't think she came back. Somebody had donated for an oracle card one night, and it was recently. I don't think she been back yet. I don't think it was Bright though. It was somebody else that came in around the time Bright came in to the Vibe Tribe. But welcome in. Welcome to we doing the all nighter here at the center tonight, okay? So hopefully you packed your snuggie and your bag of Doritos. I know your breath gonna be stinking in the morning, but all right. So yeah, so this Four of Pentacles, I don't know if you hold on to results, like you hold on to attachments. Maybe do you have a problem with losing? Are you a sore loser? Like like an unhealthy sore loser maybe? I don't know in what sense, but the sore loser, I don't know what it is. So this stop and start energy. I'm trying to pinpoint this stop and start energy. Nine of Cups, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. So things don't move fast enough for you? Do you feel like you're not progressing fast enough? You behind the eight ball right now? Do you feel like a failure maybe? What is this Eight of Wands? This that stop and start energy again. Multiples of four. You got two fours in the reading, and then you got the eight card. Death card is saying that you got the ability to transform your reality. The Emperor's card shows me that you have potential, but somehow, some way, you get right back. You get stuck at the four. That's what's up. Yes, a part of you. All right, all right. So I think okay, I got you. All right, cool, 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 cool. So I think what's gonna happen is that we're gonna have to really dig deep in the consultation. So I'm a if everything if we on the right track with the cards, then I'm gonna try to pull you best course of action or something like that, and see where we can go with this. So let me let's see. So when we're looking at the combination of the cards, right? Um Again, we looking to release a version that probably has survived way too long. It's parts of you that I'm picking up that we just go ahead and just need to be done with. I don't know if you need an affirmation. I don't know if you need a friend. I don't know if you need a new hobby. But we gotta shed that old skin. I like to use the analogy of a snake, right? Shedding the old skin. That's your people, places, and things, okay? Um I feel like you somewhere in between survival and abundance. And I want to help push you towards abundance. Maybe it's even though we didn't get any sword cards, I think maybe just the mindset. Start by attacking the mindset. And then once we attack the mindset of the person, then if we got any repressed memories or anything like that, they're gonna come to the surface because we're attacking the results of those past traumas, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so one thing I will tell you is to don't hold on right now. And I really want you to really even be careful with the things you call fun, right? I want you to put everything under a microscope right now. All right. And I want you to know if people is pissing you off, is people giving you a reason to cut them off or whatever in your life right now, that's just a symbol of your spirit rising. And and the results of your spirit rising is people gonna weed themselves out. We just gotta know. She said, "No, you're on the list." Yeah, don't even. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got people to take care of that. All right, we'll take care of that. Don't worry. All right, this is why I asked for us to just keep. Whenever we get people in here who's not on the same page as us, we just got to keep those green hearts flowing because remember we got the intention behind the green hearts. Okay. So I know I'm a little bit lengthy, but I'm sorry. I give everybody their time. You know what I'm saying? Free or not, I give everybody their time. Right? So it might sound cliche, but perspective change is key. And I think having a positive affirmation is going to be able to have you to help you fight whether you're dealing with memories, thoughts, fears, anxiety, whatever. I think that affirmation is going to be key for you. All right. So I just want to say this: in the ashes of what you release, your true empire will rise. Okay? A chapter is closing and your spirit already know it's time. Within the next well, I would say, I hate doing time, right? But maybe next month to, on average, maybe 3, 4 months, right? I always tell people whenever we looking for growth, don't look short for short-term solutions. If you're going to be praying, meditating, etc., 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 prepare for 90 days. Prepare for 70, prepare for 120 days, right? Don't don't think that everything is going to be solved with the 21-day challenge, okay? I want you to think long-term success right now. Um there's an opportunity on the horizon for you. And I think that if you was to speak up and advocate for yourself, um, you will be able to get the help that you need. But you're gonna have to be open. You're gonna have to be vulnerable, okay? Um, And like I said, plan for long term success. When you plant a seed, you don't just water it one time, right? You got to get it in order for that little seed to turn into a fig tree. It's gonna need a lot of space, a lot of love, a lot of light, right? A lot of water, right? Which is love. It's gonna need everything you got. So the future you, the babies, everything, they're gonna need all that you have. Okay. So while I was just closing out this read, and I was just coming up with an affirmation, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. All right. Because of the stop and start energy that I feel here, I think that we need to do something to combat that stop and start. Um, and I want you to put yourself in the mindset of seeing things through. All right. So it says, I release, I create, I receive. 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 Now, right here, I release is the death card. Remember, that's tearing down principal ideas, right? This like a mini tower moment, right? But it's a tower moment that we're in control of. So remember that priest isn't a priest, but it represents authority. It represents deep seated beliefs. That's what it is. That priest represents deep seated beliefs, whether that's fear, uncertainty, and doubt, fear of missing out, etc., etc. That priest represents the things that you're about to step on with this new affirmation. I want you to take this affirmation, put it in your phone, under your calendar, put it in your alarm as your wake up alarm. I want you to write this affirmation down, screenshot it, put it as your screensaver, put it on your steering wheel, put it on your mirror, put it on your bedroom door, put it on the bottom of your TV. I want you to have this affirmation and I want you to make it a part of your everyday life. Affirmations is one of, I'm going to make a list of KP's top tools of transformation. Somebody remind me of that in the morning, right? Um, I got a couple tools that I like to think is very key and instrumental that can help people transform their lives. And it really doesn't matter in what areas you want to do. She said, what was the last part? I don't remember. You got to tell me what you heard. You got to tell me what you heard. But what I was saying was that we got to make this affirmation a part of our everyday life, okay? All day, every day. All day, every day, whether you happy or not, whether you going through something or not, make this affirmation a part of your every single day. I release, I create, I receive. Now, if you notice, there's no beginning and there's no end here. There's no beginning, there's no end, right? Now, have you ever heard of the acronym of God, Generator, Operator, Destroyer? Same thing in the Trimurti in the Hindu pantheon, not Hindu religion, but the Hindu pantheons. You got the Trimurti, the big three, just like how Christianity got the big three, right? Theirs is Brahman, which is the ultimate reality, right? And I'm gonna give you a hint. The ultimate reality comes from uh, the eye of uh, the ultimate reality is beautiful. Okay. Now remember, beauty is contingent on the person seeing the beauty. Okay. So if you choose to see everything as beautiful, then you choose to see your creation as beautiful. Okay. So no matter what's going right, what's going on, what's going wrong in your life, everything is beautiful because the creator said it was beautiful. And beauty is in the eye of the holder or the creator in this case, which is you. Okay, I'm. I don't know no other way to put that down for you. Okay. No, I don't. I don't know no other way. Um, this I release, I create, I receive is not a stop and start. This is a continuous formula for success. If a shark don't swim, he dies. What does that mean? That means in order for you to achieve the things that you want, you got to take action. And then in order to maintain the things that you want, you got to take action. That's Vishnu in the Trimurti, maintaining the perfect vision. So now the creator, once they get something they like, they got to maintain the vision. Okay, that's Vishnu, the god Vishnu. Ganapati or Ganesh is actually another form of Vishnu. And if you didn't know, Krishna is another form of Vishnu as well. But that we going through a whole nother. Yeah, okay, come on, KP, come on, come back to reality. All right, I love that Hindu stuff, man. All right, and then in the Trimurti over there, remember we explain the generator, operator, destroyer right now, right? So the destroyer is Shiva. Shiva is the destroyer. But before you destroy the reality that you live in, you must destroy the illusion that you live in. And the illusion comes from where? From within. Okay? So there's an illusion of I can't. There's an illusion of I would never. There's an illusion of fear of missing out. No, you're exactly where you need to be. Okay? Can we confirm that? I'm exactly where I need to be. All right. So you being initiated mean you being aware of these things makes these things possible. Whether you believe it or not, your subconscious thinks these things are possible because you're learning it. And if you already know it, then it's a reminder. So that means it's confirmation. So again, the big three, generator, operator, destroyer, right? And remember, after you destroy the impurities of yourself by going through the fire, then you'll be able to point out the impurities in the environment. But then you got to use your discretion to say, this is not good for me. This is not good for my babies. This is not going to be good for my grandbabies. This ain't good for my parents, my uncles, my brothers, my sisters. Right? You, as the Brahmin, the ultimate Godhead, has the right to say, okay, I want this and I don't want this in my reality. All right. Made some tea for myself so all right, so I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully I was able to help. I'm take a couple seconds and deep breathe for myself and I'm gonna sip this cup because my mouth dry, then a mug. But yeah, peace, love, hope, the wealth to you and yours. Make sure you hit me up for that consultation, and over the next 20 when between now and the time you hit me up for your consultation, write down notes. This is going to be very important, and this is for anybody listening. Write down notes. If you come up with a question, hey, I want to ask him a question. He said something about this card or this one and that one. Write all that stuff down. Write it all down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Oh, I need some water. That's what I need. I've been drinking flavored stuff all day. All right. I wish I had my sound effects so I can make some noise. All right. So I guess who's next? Juju. What's up, sissy? What's up? You next, sis? Sister soul, sister soul, sister. What's up, sissy? You next, sissy? That sound gay. That sound gay as hell, sissy. What's up, sissy? You ready, sissy? What's up, sis? You ready, sis? What's up, sis? What's up, sister? Sister, soul sister. Hype me up. Come on, hype me up, girl. Where's she at? Good looking out, Nightbot. Where Majestic Millennial? Yeah. Hype me up, Majestic. Let me know. You gotta that sounds so crazy because saying this for this is crazy. But you gotta let me know I'm doing a good job. I always used to say that. But in any case, when I'm reading cards, I need confirmation when I'm reading. Because I can pick up your energy, somebody else energy. I just keep on picking it up. I can't take it no more. Give me 1 second. I'm saging. I saged it a couple days. I had to sage just for a second. Sister, soul sister. Yeah. Peace, love, health, the well vibe tribe. Like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is KP, and I'm coming to you on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Today's card of the day is going to be the King of Wands. Visionary meets leadership, the Master of Desires. I guess we gonna be moving to Juju on the beat. Juju. How can I help you? Uh-oh. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit. I like this. Oh, this card look raw. I never seen this card in this deck. That look nasty. That looks so raw. The purple and stuff in the back. Oh, that look raw. That is so nice. I like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bombs away. Sorry I had to put y'all through that. I apologize. I'm sorry you had to go through that. You didn't deserve that, trust me. Nuh-uh. I don't want to hear that. Mm-mm. Thank you, Nightbot. Still ain't getting paid. Nightbot, zoom out a little bit. That look crazy, Nightbot. There we go. That look a little bit better. What's going on, Nightbot? You gotta straighten that up, Nightbot. Nightbot, it smell like hot dogs in here. It smell like warm hot dog water. Why am I smelling warm hot dog water, Nightbot? All right, soul sister. Oh, what's up, Mystic Moon? I didn't even know Mystic Moon came in. That's the thing about this chat. I can't. This chat come up and it disappear like it's Snapchat or something. The way you stated the garden and the sea through the cars really resonated. That Four of Pentacles really could be my energy or the energy of another. Yeah, it's so that Four of Pentacles is energy that's probably in the mind and the heart is in the right place, but is maybe lacking direction or something like that is what I'm picking up. Um Maybe somebody just didn't have the proper guidance and like they trying to figure it out and they emulating what they see and do and hear, but I mean they emulating what other people do, but it ain't they ain't quite cracked the code yet. But it's definitely, I don't know, stop and start. It's definitely some stop and start going on. You cannot see that card at all whatsoever. Camera, Nightbot, zoom in, please. All right, Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. All right, Nightbot. I love seeing them hearts, man. Thank you. Okay, so smoke break. All right, so Ace of Swords for Juicy Juke. All right. So before we start, remember the Ace is a divine new beginning. It represents the number one, and the Swords represents the air element. It's I think. Okay, I think. Come on, I was to say, Nightbot, you gotta get fired, dude. Yeah, it make it kind of hard to see, but it makes some of the cars look really, really good. I just hate that the car is so flimsy. Cars is very flimsy. Cuss it like fuck. Okay, I was listening to somebody TV. Somebody listening to playing. They watching a basketball game on TV. I was listening to them cuss. All right, so Jude, you got the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is the divine new spark in the air element. Okay, so remember, before we get started, I just want to tell you one secret. The game is played above the shoulders. Now, if you can decode that, put that in the chat. All right. So while you trying to figure out what that means, you got the Ace of Swords. All right. This is just more than a message. It's a moment, right? The sword has dropped. The fog is lifting. Truth is cutting through the noise. And Spirit says, now is the time to think clear and speak boldly. I just want to tell you something real fast. When we see the swords, we got to think knowledge, wisdom, communication, mental breakthroughs, uh, epiphanies, aha moments, uh, all that stuff, okay? Oh, and don't forget, I keep forgetting the spiritual side of the cards, like spirit that like telepathy, um insight, right? It represents the clairs, all of that stuff, right? All of that air element. All right, all of that's air element. All of that's air element. Okay. So this card is the first breath after silence, the aha moment after confusion. The truth bomb spirit drops when you've had enough of the illusions. This is divine communication, new ideas, contracts, conversations, clarity that can't be denied. Juicy. Spirit is handing you a sword, not to fight, but to cut through the noise. To separate fact from fiction, distraction from direction, you're being called to speak up, think sharper, choose honesty over wait, what you say? Oh, choose honesty over comfort, follow your ideas with bold action. This isn't just spiritual. This isn't just mental clarity, but it's spiritual insight, downloads, visions, breakthroughs. You've outgrown the fog, and your crown is adjusting to that truth. If you don't know, this sword represents the spine. It represents the human body. That's why the sword. That's why the crown is at the top. If you can't see it, it represents you. Okay. If there's been any confusion, conflict, or miscommunications, this card says clarity is coming. Or better yet, you're becoming clarity. Before the mouth is over, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Before the month is over, a conversation or a revelation will change everything. Expect a message, a realization, or a sign that clears the path. It may come from a dream, a deep talk, or your own sudden insight, but when it arrives, trust it. No comment. Now you about to get put on timeout for 10 seconds. This is your moment to trust your mind, your voice, and your vision. Cut ties with confusion. You've already got the sword. Now use it. What did I eat for dinner, KP? Cat food. My truth is sharp. My mind is clear. It's the affirmation I want you to take with you for the next 24 hours. I will repeat. My truth is sharp. My mind is clear. So, one more time. My truth is sharp. My mind is clear. The reason why I feel like this affirmation is going to be important, because I feel like, well, knowing you, I know for a fact you are at a very, very pivotal point in your life right now. Acceleration is key. So, uh, the reason why I say that is because the ace represents beginning, right? But this time you starting over with your crown intact. The reason why acceleration is going to be key is because you're going to see people, places, and things that maybe once was a challenge, but now is not going to be. So, in order for you to get to where you need to be, you're going to have to pass these tests with flying colors. So, a lot of time, it ain't the fact that the people don't have the power, it's the fact that they don't believe. And when you fully believe that your crown is on right and your mind is clear, that acceleration gonna send you straight through the roof. Um, Let me see. I think that's it. Um, I got a question. Have you been looking for clarity on something? Yes or no? Have you been looking for a sign, a direction? So, have you been questioning the first thought or the first respond to that thing? Yes or no? Have you been fighting with yourself, going back and forth? Get in my body here. Not lately. Not in the last week. Hmm. I'm asking you because I'm trying to get you a journal prompt. I know you like them journal prompts. I think I got something for you. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna word it. Hmm. All right. So how about one that's just facing the fear? So so now that I see the truth, what fear is asking to be released? What would my life look like? What would my life look like if I move forward without it? Now that I see the truth, what fear is asking to be released? And what would my life look like if I move forward without it? Now that I see the truth, what fear is asking to be released? So we moving from objective to subjective again, right? Or shifting back and forth. So what would my life look like if I moved forward without it? So it's going to be future tense, but not in first person. So again, moving outside of yourself, and right as if, at least on the second half, right, right, it as if you was on the outside looking in. When it come down to what would my life look like if I moved forward without it? If you want to put it in story form, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? A little short story, a lot of descriptive words. Let me see. What would my life look like? Yeah. So now that I see the truth, what fear is asking to be released? Whoa, whoa, whoa. We ain't doing that. What fear is asking to be released? What would my life look like if I move forward without it? All right. So, who we got in the building? I see the numbers going up, but ain't nobody responding. What's going on, family? It's KP on behalf of. What's so funny about cat food? You want to see it? I said, do you want to see it? Hmm. Hmm. 'Alright, I think everybody done went to sleep. Can we have last call for alcohol? Mm-hmm. 5-9. Oh, we. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. What up, y'all? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to the home of the free tarot readings. Sit down, take your shoes off, get comfortable. What up? What'd you say? Fear the unknown? What about fear the unknown? That's what's up. That is what's up. All right. I had to hurry up before it get too late for me to drive. Then I had to sleep in the aquarium. I was about to shut down. Uh, besides that, nothing. You was looking for One Piece or something real quick? Oh. All right, B Dog. You got the Five of Swords, man. Oh, why you say that? All right. So you already know how we get down. First, we look at the number. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not picking up nothing right now. But as soon as I get to talking, I'm gonna see what I got. So, the five represents conflicts, loss, damages, arguments, fights, um, sleeping on the couch, being in the doghouse, right? When you combine that with the air element, which is I think and I know, you have a battle of morals, ego clashes, uh, uh, pissing contests. Uh, in this case, in particular, with this five, this represents uh, pushing the limits, being willing to cut deep, winning at all costs, right? Um, at this point, it's a yelling match. You punching, kicking. It's not even about right or wrong. It's about winning, right? The Five of Swords, of course, belongs to the air suit. Again, putting the emphasis on mental energy, thoughts, words, and communication. It's often misunderstood as defeat, but really, it's an invitation for you to choose your battles wisely. What are you fighting for? And is it worth the cost of your peace? Because sometimes you win the argument, but you lose the connection. And it ain't worth it. Whether you disconnecting from a business partner, romantic partner, whatever, even disconnecting from yourself, right? Excuse me. Sometimes when this card shows up, it could indicate that you might be feeling uh a little tired, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally. Like you've been trying to find new ideas. You said shifting or sifting through stagnant energy. Definitely feel I need some Reiki. Uh, hit me up. Um, whether your mind is tired or your spirit is tired, um, this card could indicate that it might be time to take a step back or to step away from something. Spirit is showing you that not every challenge is worth your energy. You don't have to prove yourself to people who don't see your light. All right. Beware if any. Beware of anybody with any adversary energy, right? Any shaitan energy, right? Beware of adversary energy. Definitely beware, especially going through this full moon in Scorpio, right? You know, Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. Energetically, well, Well, understand this. Your clarity is your power. So we got to remember to use it to build and not to break. So that means that we can't, what I mean by that is we can't let distractions and whatnot, we can't let distractions and whatnot get to us. Um, how do you feel emotionally? Do you feel emotionally drained? I always say that I always say that when you can't sleep at night, that means your spirit not fulfilled. So what you got to do is start creating memories as you go to sleep. You got to program your reality. So at night, man, well, so remember, I'm gonna give you a real quick one, right? Remember, beginning part of meditation, right, is being able to put your body asleep. And you need to hold on real fast because that might be another part of it too. But remember when the a couple keys to meditation is being able to curve your senses, meaning what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you see, being in control of them, not reacting to them, right? Um, and now is the perfect time for you to rest your body, um, focus on your breath, and let your mind run. Let your mind run the show. But don't let your mind sucker you into conversations that ain't gonna go nowhere. Let your mind show you something and then you decode what it's showing you. But don't get into an argument with the flesh. Alright. So right now your mind be sharp. It might be sharp, but your heart is asking for a rest, okay? So you feeling drained because it's really emotional. It's really emotional. Alright. Um you may be in a situation where you could win, but the real wisdom is in walking away with your peace intact. This is spiritual discipline, knowing when to speak and when to surrender, the need to be right. In the next week or two, right, you'll be offered a chance to react or to rise to the occasion. What I would suggest you do is you put on your armor and into go to meditation, prayer, dream world, whatever, with the intention on slaying a dragon. And the dragon is going to be whatever on the third dimension and it's going to be removed, right? Um, but the moment is going to test your ego because the dragon is going to be something that's going to be a piece of you. So you being able to overcome this thing that's been holding you down is going to unlock your evolution. Um, Disconnecting and choosing silence is not a weakness. Again, it's a level of mastery. Choose peace not as surrender, but not as surrender, but as protection. You're being prepared for great leadership, but the path there isn't. Uh, it isn't through proving. It's through preserving your energy for what actually matters. So, so what it's saying here is your sphere of influence need to become smaller. You got people, places, and things that's draining energy that don't deserve it. And I'm not saying to forget about these things, but what I'm saying is that if these people, places, and things isn't something that you can't tangibly do something about at the moment, then you need to put it back on the shelf, right? In my interpersonal communication class, my teacher taught us that when you at work, you worry about work. When you at home, you worry about home. When you at school, you worry about school. And whatever you can't do nothing about, you don't think about it at all. You understand what I'm saying? So, uh, I'm gonna leave you with an affirmation that I want you to take into the dream world with you, okay? And it is, my peace is my power. 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 And I want you to make sure you don't have anything uh that's in your sphere of make sure you're not giving energy to things that is not within your sphere of influence, meaning that you can't directly affect immediately or indirectly affect immediately, right? From even from a distance. Um, I want you to make your priority list very short right now. Uh, Remember, the one thing about this Five of Swords is reminding me about the Seven of Swords. And it's all about carrying the swords. And the thing is that we make it to the Seven of Swords just to only carry five back, right? And so I believe my job here tonight is to prevent you from taking a step backwards. And the best way I can do that is to tell you to mind your sphere of influence. Don't let energy leak out to people, places, and things that you can't do nothing about right here, right now. You need to be focusing on getting a clear vision of yourself and being quantumly entangled with that. And you can't do it with things that's you an airplane can't fly with too much baggage. And that's all I'm gonna say, my brother. I didn't even see you say that. You said preach. Thank you. Hype me up. That's what I be saying. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. But yeah, so take that affirmation. Pause. Pause. Take that, right? I'm tired as hell. Take that, take that. I can't believe I just said that. Take that. What I was trying to say was take that affirmation, but I was going to stop myself and then say the affirmation again. But then I said, no, I'm not going to say it again. That's what happened in my brain that fast. So, as I was going to say, take the affirmation with you as you drift off into the dream world, okay? But I want you to take a visualization with you, all right? So, wait, you don't want to wait for the visualization? Whoa, wait, whoa, where you going, bro? There we go. Now you asking the right questions. All right. So, I want you to go to a natural landscape. Okay, this could be an open field. preferably at dawn. Okay? Now I want you to picture yourself as your higher self, the muscles, the hair flowing, you got your Jesus sandals on, you know what I'm saying, with your little Scottish your whatever, right? I was gonna joke around and say your Scottish pants, the skirt, but I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? But picture yourself with a sword, okay? The most beautiful, biggest, most marvelous sword ever. Now remember, right? Truth, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is engraved on this sword, okay? This sword is going to be your everything, your protector, your projector of energy, your best friend, everything. But I want you to use this sword, all right? And I want you to picture the people, places, and things that you need to let go. I need you to go conquer them, bro. But no, I it ain't just that simple. I see. I'm messing with you. It ain't that simple. I don't want you to just go like chopping down buildings and cutting off their head or nothing like that, right? No, see, look, see, you crazy. I knew it. So no, what I want you to do is I want you to hold that sword above your head, right? And at that point, your sword is going to become like so many different things. What I'm saying is like kind of like an antenna, mostly, right? But what you're going to do is feel it, see it, smell it, taste it, right? The coldness of it, all of it. Hold it up above your head. And I want you to picture you projecting your energy, your chi, in Reiki we call it ki, right? Um, Picture you putting your energy into it and it start to glow and get, you know what I'm saying? All of that good stuff, right? Go Super Saiyan, right? But with the most positive love and nurturing energy, okay? So the energy is going to be loving, nurturing, healing energy for the mind, body, and spirit. I repeat, yeah, KP be writing some stuff. I wrote that before. Loving, nurturing, healing energy for the mind, body, and spirit. Okay? So when you hold it up, project your energy. Now you could do what you want after that, right? But the intention is going to be that you're projecting your energy, right? You're going to project positive, loving, nurturing, healing energy, but you're going to receive clarity, epiphanies. Like it's going to be kind of like a road clearing exercise where you send your attentions out, but then you receive the information you need for your next steps. Okay. Now, if you want, you can kind of recreate this card itself, right? And maybe kind of change the weather a little bit, change the scenery a little bit, but you can rebuild off of the cards, right? A lot of people, I mean, I'm not allowed to tell you this, but a lot of people take these cards and just meditate on them and they manifest what they want. That's why the 78 tarot cards correlate with the 78 paths of the tree of life and the Kabbalah energy, right? Shout out to all my Jewish mystics out there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, hold that sword high and project your energy kind of like an antenna, right? Where you kind of give and receive, right? Um, if you want to make it interesting, project your energy like in the cartoon. They hold up the sword, project the energy all the way in the sky, then make it rain peace, love, health, and wealth. right? You have fun with it. But remember, like I said, when you up like that, that means your spirit is something missing. Y'all got to get back cool, right? Y'all got to get back cool. And I think you taking the initiative in this matter instead of letting it manifest over days and weeks is going to bode well, right? I always talk about accelerated paths, right? Always talk about it. This I see, my friend, is an accelerated path. So, man, if they say KP don't be cooking, man, tell them to shut up, because they must ain't never came and ate at the Sacred Self Healing Center. I just want to say one thing. That red and green is significant too. Maybe you can wear red and green, right? That's root chakra, that's heart, and then you got the sword that represents the air element. Um, yeah, have fun with it too. But the basics got to be there. The intention got to be there. Um, to help you ground it, I want you to be in an open, natural field. You know what I'm saying? What you say? Red, gold, and green. Well, you can't tell me that gumbo ain't good. I'm just talking shit though. But yeah, but the intention got to be there. You got to be grounded. You got to be in a comfortable, safe space. You got to be in an environment where you're not going to be threatened. Um, and once you get over that hump, then it's just all about the intention, and then the process of the intention. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can wait days, weeks, months for this to come full circle, or you can accelerate it. You can cut it in half or whatever, right? Uh, and unbeknownst to yourself, you're going to be performing a little bit of Reiki, anyways. But I can definitely, we can definitely get a consultation going on a Reiki, and and go from there. All right. 610, six people in the house, 10 likes. Man, I wish I was 610. I would be getting ready to retire from the NBA right now. I swear. All right. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the show. Why? Because Bishop ain't buying it. All right, y'all. So I just want to say it's been an honor and a pleasure. Um, I'm about to do my thing, whatever that is, some mysterious KP stuff. That's all I'm going to tell you. So I just want to say, I want to reiterate something that I said earlier, which is, remember that we all are co-creators on this blank canvas called the earth, right? And it's beautiful when you not only be able to know or have keen insight on what's to come, but to have keen insight on what's to come because you created it versus uh receiving it from a message or a psychic or something, right? I kind of messed up on what I was saying, but I think y'all get what I was saying. Like, we it's beautiful to be able to predict, but everything is beautiful when you create. I like that. Ooh, write that down. Ooh, it's beautiful to predict, but everything is beautiful when you create. Um, I'm gonna leave that at that because that's some cold ass, player ass, super fly ass shit. I don't even know what that means. I'm about to meditate on that. Smell me, but Um, yeah, so the card of the day was the King of Wands. Remember, the King of Wands is a person who is the master of desires. He is the ultimate visionary. He is a person that can see something in his mind and make it come to fruition by the snap of his finger. Or by one wave of his wand, following the theme of the card, right? Pause, no diddy. But with one wave of the wand, he can change reality, right? And again, it's beautiful to be able to predict, but everything is beautiful when you create. All right. So with that being said, uh, I just want to say it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. If you know what I'm about to say, go ahead and say it with me. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Oh, excuse me. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. Why? Because I ain't buying it. Peace. Bye-bye.